This is day 2 of this particular summit, and it has been termed as a high-level dialogue, more looking at it as the policy day of this particular summit. What you can see behind me is a venue that is a KICC. So today we're expecting chief guest, none other than the Deputy President, that is Professor Kithure Kindiki, to grace this particular occasion. What should you be looking out for? Let's take a walk and see what is going to be happening in the main hall. This is a Sabo hall. We're going to be talking about public-private sector partnerships, talking about business policy and how digital transformation is going to enhance this. We're also going to be talking about smart agriculture and value chain competitiveness. Kenya prides itself as an agri-driven economy. But the question is, what we are trading on in as far as agriculture is concerned, does it give value to the farmer? So with the digital technology enhancement, is this going to change? Those are some of the questions that the partners are going to be dealing with. The main hall is just right behind me, and we're expecting delegates from across the country as well as across the COMESA countries, so to speak. Another issue that we're going to be talking about is the digital transformation and logistics. COMESA has been in place for several years, but the question is, are states trading within each other? There's been a call to harmonization of policies, and with having digital transformation and technology, will this work? Those are the questions that were posed yesterday during the B2B business enhancements, and we're expecting the same questions to be addressed, focusing on technology and digital transformation. This is the main hall. It's the Savo hall, where we're going to be having those key discussions, Mike. Also, some of the issues you're going to be looking at is logistics and mobility. We have borders, but with digital and technology innovation, then it means the borders stop to exist. Is this the answer to have more COMESA states trading with each other? That's a question that is likely to be answered in the course of this particular summit. We are also going to be looking at key objectives. One of them is identifying actionable steps to accelerate digital trade adoption, strengthening regularization, harmonization of investment promotion, and support free movement of business people and logistics innovations. What are the key outcomes of this particular summit? We are calling it the Nairobi Business Declaration of 2025. The recommendations by the heads of state, that is going to be happening tomorrow, as well as a consensus on pilot corridors for digital facilitation. Looking at Kenya, we have been prioritizing the digital superhighway to enhance trade as well as movement of persons, and this might be just one of the things that Kenya is going to be pushing, given that we are going to be leading, or rather heading, this particular chairmanship. So we also have to look inwards when it comes to that. So those are some of the issues that we are likely to have prioritized on day 2, which has been termed as the 18th COMESA Business Forum, the high-level dialogue, public-private sector dialogue on digital trade, agri-tech, investment, and logistics. So in a nutshell, Mike, this is how the hall looks like. In several hours or several minutes, so to speak, we're going to be having our chief guest, that is the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, to grace this particular occasion, Mike. So we'll continue keeping tabs on that as we await tomorrow, which is going to be Wednesday, where we're going to be having the EU Horticulture Connect. This is also going to be the day that we look at matters of operationalization in regard to proof of concept engagements, contracts, and policy feedback loops. So that is just but a recap or an overview of what happened on day 1. This is day 2, and we'll continue keeping tabs on what is happening right here at KICC. Now back to you, Broadcasting House.
Regina, if you can hear me before I let you go, you know, Kenya is big on digital transformation. And given that we are taking over chairmanship of COMESA and looking at the market and how Kenya performs within COMESA, how do you think this digital transformation provides a competitive advantage for the country?
All right. Now, Mike, that is a very good question, because the theme towards seamless trade in digitally connected COMESA, that's a big question among us member states who are going to be attending this particular summit. And when you talk about trade digitalization, it remains COMESA's biggest opportunity and challenge. That is maybe the introduction of certificates of origin, the single window systems, as well as harmonization indeed could reduce trade transaction costs by at least 30%. So when you're talking about how it is going to transform trade, if we go digital, well, you have a figure there, around 30% of those challenges, if this is actually taken out.